What do you think all successful people have in common? What is the key to becoming a successful person? Do you imagine it's having a big house with the latest technology? Or do you imagine it's having so much money that you can go on vacation every day? Whatever you think it is, successful is subjective depending on who you ask, of course. But according to author Stephen Covey, who wrote the best-selling self-improvement book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, says that true success is more than just achieving wealth or fame. Instead, it necessitates personal growth and fulfillment. Let's dive more into that. Hello butterflies, welcome back to another self-improvement video, and today's video is going to be on creating a routine specifically for you and why it's even important to have one. As we start off the new year, I truly believe that having a routine will get you off on the right start. It has numerous benefits such as achieving your goals, improving your health, your wealth, and having a great balance in your life, and so on. So without further ado, let's just get started, and most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. First of all, what is a routine exactly? And according to dictionary.com, a routine is a customary or regular course of procedure, or a commonplace task, chore, or duties as must be done regularly or at specified intervals, typical or everyday activity. You can have a morning routine, a family routine, or even a cleaning routine. It's really just a series of tasks that you perform at a particular time in a specific order. So let's say you are a person that procrastinates, or you get stressed out easily, or you deal with lots of anxiety. Having a routine has been proven to help with all of that. Having a routine is what gives you consistency, stability in your life. And like I said, if you're dealing with anxiety, knowing what's going to come next, having a predictable routine day to day, that just brings those levels down. Having a routine is going to give you balance in your everyday lifestyle. It's going to help you with your time management so that you're prioritizing effectively what's important, what's least important. And honestly, I can go on and on with all of the benefits that having a routine provides, but if I didn't convince you enough already, then that just means you're not ready to make these changes in your life, and that's totally fine. I'm not here to judge. But if you are wondering how to make a routine that works for you and where to even start, now you're asking the right questions. A routine will look different for everyone. It may have similar activities and tasks that you do in the morning or at night, but it should be tailored for you specifically. When I first started building my morning routine, to be honest, I was a little discouraged because I thought it had to look a certain way. For example, I don't have a high-rise balcony to watch the sunrise, or a towel warmer when I get out of a shower, or even an aesthetic shower, to be honest. But that's why it's so important to create a routine that is ideal and realistic for you in your environment. Your environment will also play a huge role in you actually committing to this routine as well. Wendy Wood, a social psychologist at the University of Southern California, said, "One important feature of habits is that they're triggered by cues in our surroundings. The trigger could be a time of day, a particular place, or a different activity. Getting out of bed each morning and shuffling to the kitchen, for example, might trigger you to scoop some beans into a grinder and go through the motions of making coffee. Habitual behaviors generally offer a reward, in this case, a freshly brewed cup of coffee." Like I said, you want to create a routine that's perfect for you. Make it so easy that it's just natural. So first things first, you're going to want to know your why. What is your purpose? And that will be your motivation. That will be your drive. And yes, of course, that can be long-term and short-term goals. So let's say that my goal is that I want to be more active because I work from home. So then I'm going to start implementing activities that align with my goal. Once you have your why, you then can start creating your perfect routine. So sticking with the goal that I want to be more active, I'm going to start choosing activities that I want to do, that I am whether maybe curious about or that I am already interested in. So for example, it could just be going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week for weightlifting. It could be signing up for Pilates because I want to be a Pilates princess. It could be just starting small and taking daily walks around the neighborhood with my pet, if I had a pet. Or it can just be doing yoga from home off of YouTube. So once I have an idea of activities that I do want to do, let's start fitting that into a schedule next. Next is now assessing your schedule. How do you currently spend your time? And this is where time management will kick in, because now is the time to start replacing these redundant habits that you're currently doing with the habits that will better improve your life, that new habits that you want to implement into a routine. You want to start asking yourself, are you wasting your time on your phone in the morning? Let's say on social media without realizing it, and now it's like 30, 45 minutes later? Or are you on the phone just gossiping, let's say about Kim Kardashian or the latest Blueface scandal, and it's been an hour and you haven't even realized it? Or are you just endlessly scrolling away on TikTok because you get overwhelmed with your to-do list and you just don't know where to start? Figure out exactly what you want to cut out and what you will be replacing it with. So for my example, I want to be more active. So instead of sleeping in or staying on my phone for a few hours until my daughter wakes up at 8, now I'm going to wake up an hour earlier. So she wakes up at 8, let's wake up at 7. One, I want to be realistic. I'm not a morning person. So let's do yoga from home. So remember, I'm being realistic. If I usually wake up at 7:30, 7 is not too drastic, right? That'll give me enough time to wake my body up. Let's say a cup of tea. I enjoy tea, so I'll already look forward to that. And fitting in a 20 or 30 minute session of yoga. I'm not gonna jump right off the bat and say,
let's hit the gym at 5 a.m. I'm gonna be a 5 a.m. girly.
Because honestly, like I said, I'm not a morning person and it wouldn't be realistic for me. Let's say I do put that down as a goal. 9 times out of 10, I would procrastinate, or I just wouldn't get it done because it's too hard. Or if I do start doing it, I could do really well for a week and then fall off on the second week because it's just not realistic and it's not for me at this time. Let me add that. The key point here is to take small steps. Small baby steps. And honestly, there is no rush. There's no competition even. The only competition, if anything, should be with the old you, the you yesterday. You want to gracefully introduce these new adjustments little by little so that eventually it's just like second nature to you. So by your 3rd or by your 6th week, when you notice that you are consistently and successfully doing this, it's just going to feel great. It's going to give you that boost, that confidence booster in realizing, I got this. I don't even have to doubt myself. This is so natural to me. So you know what? Instead of waking up at 7, I'm going to do 6:30 now. And I'm going to go to the gym. Because why? I've already conquered the 7 a.m. morning routine with the yoga. And that transition would be smooth for me. Going from 7 a.m. to 6:30 is only a 30-minute difference. And knowing that I went 2 months successfully, consistently achieving that goal, I have no doubt in my mind that I can do the 6:30 a.m. just like that. We're taking it up a notch. We're not playing with 2024. Also, as much as I do recommend moving your body and being active first thing in the morning, if that's not for you, trust me, don't force it to make it be for you. There are so many other things, other activities that you can implement into your morning routine to still achieve your goals. The key to this is finding what works best for you. And what if that's just praying or meditating? What if you just want to stretch for 10 minutes and do some affirmations? Or do you just like to jam in the morning to some uplifting music, dance around, be silly, wake yourself up? Or what if it just depends on your mood and you just feel like cooking a big breakfast? Or you just wake up feeling blah and you just want to listen to some motivational videos? And whatever you do decide to do, it's all right, because one, you're taking that small step in changing your life and becoming better and your well-being, your health. Nothing is better than that. And two, you're still going to be replacing those unnecessary habits that you were doing. These are small steps. These are all small steps that's going to help you find the routine that you need. And with routine comes a lot of experimenting and adjusting as well. But make sure you are documenting or being aware of how certain activities make you feel. The most important lesson in creating a routine for yourself is making sure that you are flexible. Yes, a discipline is going to be needed for your routine to stick, but also flexibility. And I don't think people talk about this enough. Honestly, life be lifing. I'm not going to want to work out every single day, especially if I have the opportunity to sleep in. As a parent, if you know, you know, then I'm going to sleep in. And yes, a routine is going to give us the structure that we need to achieve our goals and yada, yada, yada. But we cannot always predict tomorrow. There will be things that happen unexpectedly. And when these unexpected circumstances happen, we should be able to give ourselves that grace and be flexible and adjust when needed. Yes, I am successfully doing yoga every morning, 5 times a week, maybe even 6 times a week, for 20 to 30 minutes daily. Then, boom, it's that time of month and I'm in a tremendous amount of pain. And I don't want to get out of bed, then what? Do I just ditch my morning routine because I don't want to do yoga? Do I pig out and just watch TV instead? Or am I allowed to be lazy and scroll on TikTok for a few hours? Well, this is where I actually trick my brain into rewarding it to get to do these things, such as scrolling on TikTok, as a reward for doing something that I don't want to do. And speaking of rewards, have you heard of the 4 stages of habit? If you haven't, let me break it down very simple and straightforward. There's a 4-step pattern in every habit. 1. Cue. The cue is what triggers your brain to initiate a behavior. 2. Craving. This is the motivational force behind every habit. 3. Response. It's the actual habit. And 4. Reward. The end goal. According to James Clear, the writer, speaker, and entrepreneur, and really popularly known for the book Atomic Habits, said, "The first purpose of rewards is to satisfy your craving, and second, reward teaches us which actions are worth remembering in the future." Feelings of pleasure and disappointment are part of the feedback mechanism that helps your brain distinguish useful actions from useless ones. So example, cue, your phone buzzes with a new text. Then 2, craving, you want to know what that text says. 3, response, is grabbing your phone and reading it. And lastly, that reward was satisfying that craving to read it. So therefore, grabbing your phone associates with that alert notification. So remember, habits just happen naturally, like second nature. So when we are making these new habits, these new routines, we are making it so that it sticks. So back to the example of me on my menstrual cycle and I don't want to do anything. I wake up and that cue is to still do yoga. But I don't feel like it, so why not make it bed yoga? And yes, that is a thing. Bed yoga because 1, I'm still in bed. And 2, yoga is what I'm used to doing in the morning. Also, I do know that it would still make me feel better because it has been proven that movement and exercise can alleviate the cramps. Which brings us to number 2, the craving. The motivational factor for me would be active. Like, I want to be active. That was my goal. Which then leads into number 3, the response. The actual habit is doing yoga. And most importantly here, I'm just going to be flexible with myself. Because whatever kind of yoga I decide to be, I'm still achieving my goal. So yes, bed yoga it is. So for the reward, not only did I accomplish that goal, but now I can reward myself with something a little more satisfying by pigging out on the couch and watching TV. There should be nothing wrong with that. However, I don't suggest doing that daily. But treating yourself for accomplishing your goals, for putting in that hard work consistently, I don't see anything wrong with that. I highly suggest making a to-do list or just documenting your goals, because I promise the feeling you get when you check it off and say you completed it is also the best feeling ever. One way I do that daily is by having a 12-week year planner on Notion. And every day I love checking off the things that I've completed. If you're not familiar with what the 12-week year is, I will link that down for you below in the description box, and I highly suggest getting that started. It just makes your goals seem so much simpler than it actually is. And that also breaks down your goals little by little. And I don't know about you, but sometimes that alone, completing a to-do list and checking it all off, is my reward. That is just so satisfying to me, to just know that I still have 4 hours, 5 hours left of the day and I completed everything I was supposed to. Like James Cleary said, if the reward fails to satisfy your desire, then you'll have no reason to do it again in the future. With all that being said, I truly hope that this video was very insightful on why it's important to create a routine and how to create the perfect routine for you. You are on your way to a better you, a better lifestyle, and accomplishing all those goals that you set out for yourself in 2024. Boss moves only. I know that you can do it, and I believe in you. So before we end off this video, we are going to do some motivating affirmations together, just so you can get started off on the right foot and with the positive mindset that you need for this journey. But if this is your last few seconds here, then I thank you for watching this video. Most importantly, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to see more videos like this, and I'll see you guys next time. I am focused and ready to tackle any tasks. I have the power to create a productive and successful day. I am confident in my abilities. I am excited for what the future holds. I am in control of my life's journey. I am thankful I can embrace new opportunities. I am aligned with my mission. My actions are aligned with my goals, and I am making a positive impact. I am focused and ready to tackle any tasks. I have the power to create a productive and successful day. I am confident in my abilities. I am excited for what the future holds. I am in control of my life's journey. I am thankful I can embrace new opportunities. I am aligned with my mission. My actions are aligned with my goals, and I am making a positive impact. Thank you so much for watching.